Hello and welcome back to another video. My name is Callista. If you're new here, I like to talk about spirituality, self-growth, the universe, things like that. So if you're interested, then go ahead and subscribe. So today I wanted to talk about ways to be closer to God, Source, the universe, whatever you want to call it. It's the same thing, it's the creator. I just feel like there's a lot of people that are missing out because they don't have a close relationship with God. And so I just wanted to talk about a few ways that I personally embody in my day-to-day life to maintain a close and unique relationship with God and myself. What has personally worked for me? It's brought me a lot of peace, happiness, and acceptance in everyday life, and it just feels so much better, and I just feel like I have more love to give, and I know what my purpose here is on earth. Also just believing in the afterlife and stuff like that. I feel like through this you really get opened up to a whole new world. So let me get into the ways that you can be closer to God. The first thing is gratitude. Showing gratitude. Something I say all the time is I am blessed because I am. And even in bad situations, there are different ways that God comes through to show up for you. You just got to count your blessings, you know? Even though it would be hard to count, infinite amount of blessings for everyone. Realize how much is going right for you and how much is being done for you and not to you. Whether you are aware of it or not, God is in your life every single day, every single moment. Even if it's something small, every chance you get to say thank you, say it. Say thank you, God, I am blessed. Thank you for this. I am blessed to have this. For me personally, when I see something that is less valuable for life, or like a hardship that someone else is going through that I am personally not that I'm insensitive to it, just that I recognize how blessed I am to be in the situation that I am, or the circumstances, or the body that I have personally been blessed with. In my personal beliefs, spiritual beliefs, I believe that we did choose our body and what we look like, our family members, and everything, the circumstances that we're born into. We chose that so that we could grow. And so God obviously wants to help you along your path, on your path to enlightenment and the purpose of life, which I personally believe is self-realization. So God is blessing you with these circumstances and the things that you are going through so that you can grow and evolve your soul. So yes, show gratitude, and just by saying thank you, God, it will bring more of a connection to you and God. Even though you already have a connection naturally, we need to become aware and conscious of this connection. This leads me on to the second way to be closer to God, which is recognizing God in everything. God is everything because God is the creator, and so all the people that you meet, the animals, plants, everything is God. And once you see everything as God, you can kind of see everything through God's eyes, and that can bring you closer to God because you are surrounded by God every day and every moment. Every interaction and every moment, every decision is another opportunity to be closer to God. Especially if it's a learning opportunity, recognize that yes, it is a test from God, because the only way to know if you've actually grown is if you are that person, you act upon or embody that quality. And if you don't, God will continue to test you and put you through things so that you do grow and eventually get down the lesson. Recognizing these opportunities lets you feel more in control, and that you really are working with God in your life. And I've personally found that the more I talk to God, the more I have intuition and have a sense of knowing in my life. Anytime you have an interaction with someone, or you see a leaf fall or the river flowing, it really is God. So that brings me into the next one, which is prayer. So talking to God continuously. Talk to God in the good times and the bad times, when you're doing well and when you're not doing well. Don't just talk to God when you feel like it's like a last resort or you don't know what else to do at this point. Talk to God every single day, especially when you realize that you are blessed with something, when you need answers or guidance, or you're proud of something. Let God know, like, I am so proud of myself. Thank you for putting this opportunity in my wake. Speak to God in good times, bad times. When you gain something, when you lose something, God values that. God values the one who is openly communicative and wants to be guided and wants to see the light. Just like the more you talk to a person, the more you talk to God, naturally you'll feel close. Hi. And I'm just gonna say a little thing about how to pray, because I personally was like, how do I pray? Like, obviously you are talking to God, but is there like a specific way to do it? My advice is to simply find a quiet space and sit in this space and clear your mind. Close your eyes and direct your attention to God and bring in that presence. I like to imagine a white light coming from above and coming either into like my crown chakra, third eye, or my heart. Just depends, you know? Like, once you do it more, you'll know. And I also just want to say that whatever comes up, just trust it. Whatever comes to mind when you do pray, just trust that. But just a sincere intention is really all you need to communicate with God. And I highly recommend being honest with yourself and with God when you are praying, because what's the point of just saying nonsense? Like, God is, again, the creator. We exist because of God, and so God knows what's best for us and the right path for us, and knows everything, so there's no point in putting up a facade, you know? Not that you would, I'm just saying. And that ties in with the next one, which is go within and see God within yourself. Because like I said, God is within all of us and everything. We are a part of that higher power. We have a direct link to it simply because we have souls. You know, our body is just this human vessel that we are occupying, and the source of us is actually our soul and our consciousness. So to be closer to God, clear space in your mind. Our minds are filled with a lot of stuff, social media and just day-to-day lives, working and living. There's just a lot to think about, a lot to ingest. We need to clear our minds and make space for God to come in. So something that has been really helpful for me personally, distancing myself from social media and not letting every single second of my day being drowned in information. Meditation is a great way to do this. And I also think what's really important is our energetic and frequency health, like what frequency we're at and giving off. Obviously what you put out is what you attract. Have a higher frequency so you can get that higher knowledge. And by knowledge, I just mean direct messages from God, which you need to quiet down the mind and the body and everything to do that. The more connected you are with God, the more connected you'll be with your life and get direct experiences that you need to in order to grow, because you are communicating with God, and therefore you can kind of level up faster. And you'll find that the more you do this, then the more intuition you'll get, and that sense of knowing that, you know, there's no such thing as coincidences and everything happens for a reason. Truly so real. Also, I personally feel like when you are closer to God, then you can manifest a lot quicker, or things come into fruition a lot faster just because you are on that frequency and you have that higher vibration. It's also fun because you can manifest quickly knowing that God is with you and guiding you. So those are just a few ways to be closer to God that have personally helped me, and I hope they help you in some capacity, or maybe you already knew all these things, I don't know. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me today, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!